This right here is the iPhone 13 mini, and as many of you guys may know on this channel, we do review older products, but today I wanted to take a look at something a little bit newer. Even 1 year later, I still think that the 13 mini is a great phone for those who are looking for something more smaller, and of course something that's similar to the iPhone 5 from 2012. And honestly, I really do think that this was one of the perfect sized iPhones, and it's kind of a bummer that Apple did not refresh the 13 mini series, so we're probably not going to see a mini series iPhone anytime soon. But the good news is that they're still selling the 13 mini on their website. You guys can get it for $629 unlocked or $599 through a carrier, and it's just the perfect device. Let's talk about it. Now, in terms of the body, this thing is extremely light and really easy for one-handed use. That was one of the major selling points of the 13 mini, and as you guys can see, it's very easy to mistake this phone for an iPhone 5. Like, I tried to turn this phone off by pressing the power button at the top. Obviously, this thing is a 13 mini, so it doesn't have that, but this design is just so reminiscent of what we had in 2012, and it's kind of nice that Apple brought a similar design back. But on the flip side, you're also going to be compromising on the battery big time. This thing drains extremely quickly, but keep in mind, this is coming from someone who uses a 13 Pro for many hours of the day, so my usage is on the higher end. But I'd have to say for normal everyday use, you'll definitely want to carry around a charger just in case. But in terms of speed, it's honestly everything you could ask for. It's super quick, very responsive, and that one-handed use was definitely the major selling point for me because using a 13 Pro is huge. It was so nice to be able to use a smaller device like the iPhone 13 mini because it kind of reminded me of the iPhone 5 days. And I don't know if you guys felt that way as well. I mean, this phone is so similar to the iPhone 5 in so many ways. It has these squared edges. It's really small. Of course, it has upgraded internals, but it kind of brings me back. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Now, I also had the opportunity to test out the camera, and it's pretty good for what it offers. There's no telephoto lens, but it is capable of shooting in 4K 60 FPS, which is always a plus. But also keep in mind that the 13 and 13 Pro series all start at 120 gigabytes of internal storage, so depending on your type of use, that could fill up pretty quickly. Honestly, I think the iPhone 13 mini has this really interesting nostalgic factor to it. It's really hard to describe. It's small, it's a very familiar design, it's not too out of the blue with what Apple has done in the previous years. Like, it has Face ID, it has MagSafe, but at the same time, something about this device just makes it feel a lot older than it really is. And to be fair, a lot of this is probably due to the fact that the 13 mini literally resembles the 5 and 5S in so many ways, and it's so cool that Apple made something like this in the modern day. And of course, the question that you guys are probably all asking yourself, well, iClassic, Apple is still selling the 13 mini. It's a little expensive, and should I buy one right now? And here's what I think. $629 off contract is a lot for a 13 mini. You can probably get it for like $599 through a carrier, but still, that's quite a lot for a phone, and I would personally wait and see if this thing enters the refurbished store because you could honestly save a lot of money if you buy it through there. And you know, the 13 and 13 mini might enter the refurbished store, if I had to guess, by the first quarter of 2023, so maybe by March if I had to guess. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout because you guys could probably save a bunch of money on that and pretty much get your hands on Apple history, because who knows if Apple is ever going to make a mini iPhone again. And it's kind of funny because this phone reminds me of the iPhone 5C in so many ways. Remember how this phone was here for a few years and then it was gone? I have a feeling the same thing is going to happen to the 13 mini, but yeah, let's just see what happens. Maybe Apple will turn it into the next SE, but we'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about the 13 mini. Catch you guys in the next one.